November 30th, 2020. It's the last day of the month. It is time for Xtreme Acquisitions. This is where we look at all of the crap I pissed. God, you'd have some big problems with that. All of the crap I pissed away my money on in November of 2020. My name's Mr. X. This is the Xtreme channel where it's all about extreme collectibles. Today is a monthly segment we do at the last day of every single month looking at the extreme acquisitions that I did for the Xtreme collection. We talk about big purchases, or sometimes they're smaller purchases that are collectible related. So today's show is going to include 3 different segments. Segment number 1 is the favorite collectibles I received in this month. So anything I received November 1st to November 30th. Segment number 2 are the things that I almost bought. Well, that's kind of stupid. And segment number 3 are the extreme acquisitions, things that I actually purchased in the month of November. All right, so if you're a regular watcher of the channel, you know a lot of the high-end stuff that I got in November 2020. If you're not a regular watcher of the channel, make sure to stay tuned till tomorrow. Tomorrow, December 1st, I actually have a video of everything that should arrive in December. But my favorite items that arrived in November of 2020 all were high-end collectible statues. So let's count those down, and some of these I was really surprised by. Number 3 was Prime 1 Studios Femto from the Berserk line. I was shocked how much I liked this statue. I actually originally was not going to purchase this. I am so glad I did, and I think I'm going all in with that entire Berserk line. I have quite a few more pieces on order, and it seems like every one I get in gets better and better. Number 2 is also a very surprising one because I already have a piece very similar to this, and we're going to do an Extreme Rumble video between the two, but this was this custom X-Force piece. It was the first piece from this custom group, and they came out of the gate strong. It is an amazing piece. Even when my grandpa was here, he said this may be his new favorite piece in his collection because he bought it as well. However, the number 1 statue I was dick riding over wasn't an actual production piece. It was a prototype. It completed a line for me. That's right, it was this custom Phoenix Force Colossus. I loved this statue. This was my favorite thing that arrived in November 2020, and I don't think it's just because it's the only one in the world right now, but even if this was just a production piece when the production is released in a few months, it still would have taken that title. Tied for number 1 is Studio Starscream. I cannot believe how cool this is and that I've held off on Studios Transformers so much. Now, what's kind of crazy is tomorrow's video, we're going to talk about everything arriving in December 2020. I don't know how I'm going to pick a favorite. So again, make sure you not only like this video, but you've subscribed to the channel and you've hit that bell notification to stay tuned for that. Now, this next segment is about what we call hashtag restraint. Hashtag restraint is a term we've coined on the channel, and this is when you have the means and the finances and the opportunity to buy something, but you use hashtag restraint, you use a little bit of intelligence because you never know what's going to happen in the future. You might want to save some money in case we go into a civil war in our country, which, as people have seen in November, may happen. And again, I'm not getting political. I'm just saying people on both sides are nuts. Now with me, November is particularly difficult because of all the Black Friday deals. I am actually actively searching on money to piss my crap away. Sideshow did 10% off of in-stock items. They almost got me. I searched 3 or 4 different times looking for something to buy. I was scouring eBay because I actually did pretty good this month not buying too much high-end stuff. So first thing I bought another trip for my family. So hopefully they're not watching this. In a few weeks, we're heading down to the Caribbean again. We're actually going to a place we've been before, so I'm really excited about that because I know it's going to be good. Right now, I'm actually booking quite a few trips because it's very cheap during COVID. And when I say very cheap, I mean like 50 to 100% cheaper than it normally is. You can get things for like half price right now. And last month, if you recall, I took my family to the Caribbean and it was fantastic. It was so freeing. It was just a good break from everything. So my first item on the hashtag restraint was an eBay opportunity. This was going less than retail. It was the Ecc Diver Bust. The only reason I held off on this, because I thought he would look great with my villain bust, is I don't know anything about Guyver. As you guys know, I bought quite a few statues where I don't know anything about the character, but then I start learning about it because the statue is what interests me. Another piece that was hashtag restraint, Prime 1 Studios is making this incredibly difficult to pass up their Lord of the Rings line. They released their Legolas, really wanted to jump on board with this guy, but I want to stay away from this entire line. Hot Toys. I was tempted to buy a Hot Toy. They released their 1/4 scale Mandalorian, so I like sticking with 1/4 and 1/3 scale statues, and this is an action figure, but my god, it looked amazing. I love all the different switch outs. However, I do have a custom 1/4 Mando on the way, so I was able to pass on him. Now, one sideshow sale they did have is they had their Mythos Alien for 10% off and free shipping. In person, I have seen this in person, and it didn't blow me away. I think it's overpriced by about $200 or $300. So even with those discounts, I was able to pass. And damn Gem Mint for launching his review on the Prime 1 Dark Knight Superman. I was never a fan of the pose on this guy, but as I saw in Gem Mint's review, he was fantastic. I was really impressed with him, but I would much rather own my Prime 1 Studios Hush Superman. Also, one I was sure I would buy and I didn't is the XM Professor X. I was waiting years for this, and finally the PO came up. But I couldn't bring myself to do it. He wasn't that interesting, version A or version B. I know XM Studios does excellent quality, but for me, it was a pass. Also, an unexpected piece, CO Signature Collectibles released their Doom beating their Surfer. I really like this piece. I really like CO Signature Collectibles. They made all my fatties. However, I don't like seeing my favorite character defeated, so for that reason, I'm passing, even though this is going to look great. Another one I almost jumped on the fence for was the XM Vader set. You'd get all three of these statues. Benjamin Toe, a fantastic seller for XM Studios, put them for $1,500 shipped. That is outrageously cheap. But I've never seen anything but bad reviews for these statues, so even though it was a fantastic deal, I still practice #restraint. I had the Cracked Tusk Prime 1 Predator in my cart. I actually had him in my cart, and then I followed some of my rules. I slept on it. I did some more research, and a lot of people were really disappointed with the paint job on this. So I'm glad I didn't pull the trigger. And this one was also one that came up on the 10% off any item for Sideshow, so it was doubly tempting. Also, almost jumped on a 1-Up arcade game. Best Buy had Golden Tee Arcade 1-Up for an outrageous deal on Black Friday. This was also in my cart. I was going to pull the trigger. And instead of doing this, I actually started looking at some other stuff. And I found this sit-down Star Wars game. So I really didn't want to put this on the #restraint list this month. For the simple fact, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up getting him in the next 3 months. But this is very cool. I've never seen it before. And I think this would look great in my office. Now, next month, you're probably going to see a lot more #restraint stuff outside of statues. That's all I'm going to say as a spoiler, but some other stuff is going on with high-end collectibles. So now we're going to jump into what did I piss my money away on. I set a budget for myself. I said 10 grand. 10 grand's my budget this month. Let's see if I can stay under it. So we'll find out if we did. And I didn't start off well because I bought a $3,500 piece on the first day of the month. This was the Joaquin Phoenix Queen Studios life-size bust. I was so on the fence with this piece due to the outrageous price. However, it's an iconic film, iconic character, and this is one of the coolest bases, and Queen Studios doesn't seem to miss. So he will be coming to the collection. Another one very similar from Queen Studios, I actually put on my #restraint list last month, was their quarter scale Endgame Thanos statue. I got their deluxe version at the last minute because they were selling out so fast, and it hit me that Queen Studios usually sells more than retail, so might as well as jump on board with this. And this is technically a throne, right? Because I'm only getting Avenger pieces that are on a throne. I used points and a Sideshow special to get Encounter by Infinity Studios. That's right, this is a dragon piece. It'll be my second dragon piece from Infinity Studios, my 6th dragon piece overall. Look great in my fantasy collection. I've actually already received him, and the review will be coming shortly. You guys know this piece right here I actually received and reviewed already. I bought on an impulse. This was this custom Spider-Man bust. So this was specifically the black symbiote, and I was extremely pleased with this. I didn't even know it had one of the coolest features I've ever seen on a bust, so make sure to go check out that review if you haven't seen it. And the same thing can be said about that favorite piece. I didn't expect to get the prototype for that custom 1/4 scale Colossus from the Phoenix Force. But as you may have seen in the video, I got a fantastic opportunity I just couldn't pass, so I was able to land him early in my collection. And also, tied for my favorite piece last month, the XM Studio Starscream, I had to pull the trigger on Grimlock. So I got their Grimlock piece. I don't know where I'm going to put him.
That's what she said.
But this piece looks fantastic. The size, the presence. I love watching Cisco's videos. Such a cool piece. And stay tuned for next month because I'm pretty sure that Nemesis Prime will follow. On eBay for 350 bucks, I scored Sideshow's Gamora exclusive. Super excited about that deal because I do have Star-Lord. I have XM Group coming actually this week. In a few days he arrives. I have the tracking. And then, of course, I have my custom Drax, so this will end out my Guardians of the Galaxy line. Fantastic deal. Another fantastic deal I found on eBay, I got the Kylo Ren Sideshow life-size bust for 850 bucks. So what's really cool about this, it retails for $11.50 and there's still a wait list. I was able to get them for $8.50, shipping included. An awesome deal. Even though I think this opens up a huge rabbit hole that I want to get a Darth Maul bust and a Darth Vader bust, but they're villain busts, so I'm allowed to do that. That's one of my made-up rules. While I didn't buy a lot this month, and like I said, stay tuned in the next month or so, we're going to announce why. I'm really excited for tomorrow's video because once again, just like November was, December is a jam-packed full month. There's so many awesome collectibles hitting this table. That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. What's arriving in the month of December with Xtreme arrivals. So make sure to stay tuned in for that. But for today, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to drop a comment below. Hit that like button. Hit that Mr. X logo and subscribe if you haven't. Most of you haven't. Majority hasn't. Otherwise, I will talk to you tomorrow on the December 1st video. Take care.